I'm like choppers, better cook those wrists. Cold butt on my fists, we fire starters. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, guys.
What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? I got the dancing radio host over here,
Whoops.
man.
Sorry. That's like a good song, dude.
It is a good song. You should hear it all, man, though.
Dude, I'd love to one of these days. Thanks. Send me the song because like that's got a good beat. You could really jam to it.
50 years old, still jamming like she's 20.
Why not? Age is just a number.
That it is. Future of motorcycles, man. The flying motorcycle. Everybody didn't believe me, but they already got them.
They do.
And they're a
They
lot of
do.
money if you're a billionaire
Yeah.
or a millionaire.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I
You-
could not believe the cost. And they actually, the very first one came out on the market this year.
This year, it's on the market, ready to go.
This year?
And it came out of where? Japan?
Yes.
Man, you know what? You cannot compete with them, man, when it comes to electronics.
No, you can't.
You know,
Mm-mm.
they got Sony, everybody over there,
And
man.
there's Smarticle there.
Well, they are Smarticle because, you know, in Japan, it's about education over there. It's
Oh my
about
God, yeah, it is.
mathematics and all that, science.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, the flying motorcycle, I actually got a clip of it. I don't know, man, because we were talking about what the future is going to hold.
The future has started.
I don't think my generation's going to like this stuff. But, you know, I'm not the Jetsons and, you know.
No, but you know what cracks me up? And yeah, this thing looks like a Star Wars vehicle.
It does.
Yeah. Check it.
I feel like I'm literally like 15 years old and I just got on Star Wars and I jumped on their bike. I mean, it's awesome.
Hopes to bring the price down to $50,000. If that happens, it will take off. You got guys paying $50,000 for a Harley Davidson CVO right now.
I mean, that thing goes only 68 miles an hour top speed. And you can only hover for like less than an hour. What is the point?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's like, man, you're up in the air and stuff. You're gliding around, and what? Do you get a warning light or something? You're about to fall.
I mean, be like instead of low fuel, it's gonna say
You better get your ass down to the ground.
You better land. You better land because you ain't gonna get too far.
Well, that's just like any new technology. You're going to have the infrastructure for that. Do you need a pilot's license or how high does it go? But is that the future? Are we going to see motorcycle clubs flying down Deuce? That'd be so funny.
It'd be like those speeders. That's what that reminds me of those speeders
Uh,
from Star Wars.
from Star Wars.
Can you imagine them riding Deuce on those though? That'd be hilarious.
But I think that's what's going to attract the attention of younger people
Mm-hmm.
is something like that.
Yep.
Oh, come on. You know dang well, man, that I dude, that looks cool.
It kind of looks cool, but okay. Listen to some of these descriptions that they have about this hover bike. Okay,
Oh, that's what they're calling it, is a hover motorcycle.
it's a hover bike. That's what they're calling it. It's 12 feet long.
What?
12 feet
That sure the
long.
hell ain't fitting in the back of my pickup.
And it actually was inspired. They call it a luxury air cruiser.
Well, yeah, for $777,000.
And they do admit from Japan that it was inspired by the Star Wars universe. which would be the speeders.
Yeah, no, that don't look like one of the speeders though.
Okay, but that's because that one right there is 661-pound vehicle.
I don't know, man.
It's designed to draw power from two large central rotors running a 228 horsepower gas-fueled Kawasaki motor.
So why does it only have a flying time of 40 if it's got gas in it?
I have no idea. Maybe it doesn't hold that much gas.
Well, yeah, maybe it doesn't because you got to keep the weight down. Because if it's 660 something pounds,
Well, and you
then
also
you got a 400-pound, flying biker on there.
then the additional oomph comes from an electrical battery that powers 4 fans
There it is.
on the vehicle's outer edges that provides the I can't speak today.
Hollywood is
That provides the stability to ride. So the balance is being maintained by the 4 fans run by a battery.
I don't know. I think it's just a very exciting moment in human history that this kind of stuff's going on.
I think it's kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie.
They're gonna make hoverboards like that too. Like
Well,
out of Back to the
they have
Future.
hoverboards, but
Those
they're-
ain't real
they're not-
hoverboards.
No, they're not. They're not. They're not.
Those are the ones that just burn up, don't they?
Mm-hmm. And it says that the bike bears a resemblance to the speeder bikes used by the Galactic Empire to chase Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia
The Galactic Empire.
through the forests and the planet of Endor on the franchise's 6th installment of 1983's Return of the Jedi.
So one more quick look at the bike and let me know what you guys think. Is this
care what
the
you say, that-
future? I don't know. That thing's pretty cool.
Well, and you could see where the fans are because they're on the 4 corners of the bike. The hover bike.
Right.
Those are the 4 fans. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Would I go on it? No.
Dun,
No.
dun, bad to the bone.
Dude, all I picture is you get on it and you hear the theme song for Darth Vader. I don't I don't know. That's all I'm picturing right now.
Okay, it is 2023 right now.
Yes.
2083. That's 50 years from now. We'll be dead and buried.
Hmm.
What do you think is really, if we survive without nuking ourselves, how technology is going to advance so much? I think it's going to be weird.
It is going to be weird.
Something that we, who were born in the 1970s, would never even understand. Hell, I
Uh-uh.
still can't figure out my damn iPhone or my phone. My
Oh,
Android.
there's still stuff on my phone. I have no idea how to use it.
But these kids, man, they can go through and just like, no, they're like super quick.
Oh, yeah. It's like when in doubt, you have an issue with your phone, give it to your kid.
Yeah, give it to a 9-year-old. They can figure it out.
They can figure out if anything on your phone.
See, it's that kind of stuff where if Harley doesn't get involved, I think do you think Harley Davidson's going to last? I don't think so. Not in the future.
Not if they if they don't start showing the younger generation about how cool it is to have a bike.
Well, not only
They're
that,
not, their focus is off, in my opinion.
they got to understand that technology is everything today.
Yeah, but
And going forward, technology is going to be like, damn.
but the hardest thing with technology right now is, like these electric bikes, right?
Uh-huh.
Where are they going to plug them in? Because there's nowhere.
Well, we discussed that.
But I'm just
we have to
saying,
get infrastructure for that.
Well, yeah, they definitely do, but they also got to make it where it's going to be worthwhile to gas stations to have these infrastructures for them to plug in.
Irish Piper, the biker club that adopts these bikes, needs to name themselves OnlyFans MC.
Welcome to Galactica MC.
Oh, look at you. You're quick today.
Would you like to join? It is $1,000
So,
to sign up.
If we were born in the 70s. See, we were the hump over technology between old and new.
Hump.
Would you rather be born today to see what it's going to
No.
be like?
No.
Why?
No.
You don't want to see what the future is going to hold, man?
I mean, I do, but I don't. It's like I do want to see what the future would hold, but at the same time, I don't want to relive my childhood all over again.
Okay, put
and
that
not,
out.
and not in this day and age.
Okay, put that out of the way. The one biggest thing would be, say, 100 years from now.
Nah, I don't want to be here.
Why don't you want to be here, but you say you're afraid to die?
I am afraid to die. I'm petrified of it.
Okay, so you're petrified of it.
Yes, 100%.
But you don't want to be here.
No.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Not in 100 years, I don't know.
I think it'd be an amazing place to be.
The question is will this country still be here in 100 years?
I don't think so, because and this is what history tells us, that a civilization that's on top only lasts for a couple hundred years. And boy, are we there at the United States right now. It's already falling apart.
Yeah, it's really falling
It's
apart.
going to be something I don't think we really recognize. Do I think that it's going to make it to 2100? No, I don't think so. It's already falling apart now. You had Jack Smith, and this is something that should make everybody mad. And it is. He's the special prosecutor, him and his BC judge in the Trump trial. He asked in a warrant for everybody that liked, shared, or mentioned any posts from Donald Trump. This government is out of control. Putting you on a list because you like the tweet.
God, are you in trouble?
So I do not think that it's gonna last.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know if it's gonna be for the good or the bad of it in 100 years. But I know they're gonna have all kinds of androids that people are gonna get freaky with.
Ew. That's so gross.
Yeah, but I think it's doing a public service for those that can't get any.
Yeah, well, kind of it is, because they can't judge you by how you look.
Yeah, they can't judge you. But you imagine that, man, an android looking up at you like, dude, that's too freaky for me.
No thanks. No thanks.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I will say that I can't remember the name of the movie, the Robin Williams movie.
Yeah, Bicentennial Man.
That's it. I mean, that movie's pretty cool. But
it is.
But no. I mean, I would love to have somebody that's an AI droid or whatever
doing your housework,
doing my housework and making dinner. I mean, that'd be awesome. And sending it.
You're not lying. It would be awesome. Hollywood wouldn't be eating dog food.
Shut up. And send it to the grocery store, and do my shopping, because I hate grocery shopping.
Do you think people are going to work in the future? I don't think they are. I think it's going to become more of a utopian type of deal.
They could have their androids do it.
That's what I mean. Androids are going to be taking over everything in about 100 years.
Yeah. I don't even know what kind of jobs will be left by then.
What kind of, AI right now is already taking all kinds of jobs.
Technically, if you think about it, okay, let's give some scenarios. You go to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really need a teller. There's ATMs.
Well, there's the ATMs, or you do it online.
Exactly.
Nobody uses cash hardly anymore.
No, so it's like, yeah, you go to the bank. Do we need those people that have jobs there? No, robots can do that.
Yeah, the AIs can do that.
Definitely. Grocery store. We're already doing self-checkout.
Well, I don't know, man. That's going back to normal now.
Oh my God, you saw.
I saw it firsthand, man. A lot of those self-checkouts were closed because the theft problem's getting so bad.
Yeah.
What did they think was going to happen?
I mean, all this time with almost what? I'd say there was usually just one register open and all the self-checkouts were open, right?
And now they're all, there's only a few open.
Now there's like on one side, because this is in our Walmart, one side there's 4 open instead of 8. So there's 4. On the other side, there were only 2 open out of, I think there's 9 on that side. But all
Plus, they're locking up the underwear.
oh my God, yeah, you can't get underwear without asking somebody to come unlock it in the men's section, but not the women's.
That's because men, they steal too much.
Y'all
You
stealing
imagine
underwear.
them locking up the tampons? Oh man, that would be so weird. Hey, I'm on my period. You know now.
Everybody's knowing because you got to go get the key. So sad.
So a lot of technology, they thought that was going to save them money on.
Having to pay cashiers and whatnot.
Now it's turning around.
Now there was every single register was open that you had to go through with a cashier. And I'm sorry, I got so set in my ways with self-checkout. I don't want to go in a line and wait and have somebody touch all my stuff because I got so in the habit of having nobody touch my products.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't. I think it's
And I
just going
don't
to be
like
weird where they don't. I don't think people will be working in the future.
And I don't like that awkward moment with a cashier and when you got nothing to say to them because they're checking out every single thing.
No,
that you
what I
bought
hate is the old decrepit ones.
that
It's
take
like,
forever to
dude,
bag your
okay,
stuff.
I gotta go here.
And I like bagging my own groceries because I have a method to my madness when I bag my stuff. And it's like, stop giving me a bag with 2 freaking items in it.
Mm.
So I end up with like 900 bags when I could probably bag all that in 4. 4 bags.
No, what's funny is you had what was it, Amazon or Apple or something? They tried to do those stores where you don't need employees,
Mm-hmm.
and that ain't working out too good.
No, it's
Everybody's
not.
stealing.
Do you know that the latest update though for Walmart? Guess what they're going to start putting in Walmarts, and we're one of the states. I just don't know what locations.
What?
They're going to start putting a small post offices in Walmarts.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, yeah.
They're going to be putting post offices in Walmart. I
You almost said
Kmart.
Kmart.
Kmart was like 200 years ago.
Yeah, they are literally. I was reading the article yesterday that's going to be the newest thing is because this way you could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Go to the post office.
I don't
and
even
get your
go to the
groceries.
post. I think the post office is dying.
The only time I go to the post office now is if I send something to our daughter. That's it.
I think it's just going to be an amazing type of deal what they're coming up with now.
But I mean,
But if you have all these robots doing the work for you, what are you going to do?
well, and if you
I'd
think
get
if you
bored.
think about it, like look at all the factory jobs out there. AI can do that.
Yeah,
Robots can.
robots can do that, and that's what's going to be sad is, you know, they already do it in the automotive and the motorcycle industry
Mhm.
where it's mostly robots that put the crap together.
Yeah. So I mean, there's going to be a lot of jobs lost in the future, and then it makes you wonder, well, what are you going to do for income?
Or is there even going to be income? Oh boy, the politicians would be upset about that.
Aw,
They wouldn't get their bribes.
I know. They're going to have to bribe them in cigarettes.
I don't know, man. With politicians, you know what? It wasn't meant to be a damn career. And that's what it's become to these people. Make themselves rich. They don't care who they represent. They lie to you every other, word that they say.
Yeah. It's sad.
So do you want to even trust them
Nope.
in anything they do? Come on, with that special so-called counsel. How the hell are you going to get a warrant for everybody that likes and mentions or retweets something? You're doing that to build some kind of list.
For real. Sad state of affairs, right?
And personally, I think Diaperhead, his presidency's over. He's losing in almost every single poll. And in the aggregates, he is done for. Cook him. And then you throw Robert Kennedy in there, he's taking all the votes. There's nothing that they can do to turn it around because nobody, you know what? When I went to the grocery store yesterday and I seen that, one of the hams cost $30. Oh, I was fuming. I was. I even said, you know what? I got to go steal a pig. That's how bad it is out there.
Well, you seen how the size of the ham that I got you for Thanksgiving?
It was $15. I was like, what the hell is this?
$15, and it was like, yeah.
And see, I don't eat out anymore at like a McDonald's or I can imagine what they cost.
One of the, oh my God, I could tell you right now. 2 Whoppers, large fry, and a drink. You ready for it?
Huh.
Almost $25.
No.
Yeah.
For that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Screw that.
Mm-hmm. I went because I wanted to try, because I've never gone to this sandwich store that we have out here called Potbelly's.
Right.
I got a small soup because it's called a half and half, where it's kind of like Panera, where you can get a small soup.
I'd rather go grilled cheese and tomato soup at home.
But I'm just saying, I wanted to try it, and we were out there, so I did, and it was like a half a sandwich and a small soup.
Yeah, and that's not Crooked County, Jason. What's up, Noodles?
Guess how much it was for that, for just a small soup and a half a sandwich.
How much?
It was almost $18.
Man, how the hell is people living in this stuff? Yeah. And I just can imagine California. You ain't getting nowhere, man. And gas prices still. And I drive a freaking Chevy Silverado. That sucker guzzles.
Well, let me tell you, this is why I'm glad we're like 7 minutes from the state line, because I drive into Beloit to get my gas.
Well, that's a smart thing to do right
I
there.
go into Wisconsin because, like, at my job, it's right now regular is $3.45 a gallon for regular. So I drive into Wisconsin and it's $3.06.
Maybe I should start doing that. I think people should get a little scared though the way things are going. Don't you think?
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. Because
we live in a banana republic right now.
A banana republic. That used to be a story, you know.
Yeah, but you know that's closed down because all these policies has put everybody out of business.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's sad because I start seeing more and more, even to this day, mom and pop joints closing down.
Oh, you don't even see the mom and pops anymore,
and
especially in the hardware section.
And I'm talking, you know, like restaurants, you know, because remember we were driving the other day and I made a comment about we have a lot of restaurants in our area that are only open for breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, not dinner.
And then they close. So like by 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they're closed for the day.
Because they can't afford to stay open all day.
They can't afford to pay staff nonetheless.
Oh, yeah, because you got them laws that come into place that you got to pay them at least minimum wage a waitress at $15 an hour.
Mm-hmm. It's not like it used to be where you could pay them only like $3, $4 an hour and they live off their tips.
And that's the way it used to be.
Yeah, that's how it used to be because, you know, everybody was waitresses back in the day. But now it's like I look around and I'm like, how are all these restaurants able to survive? Is their breakfast and lunch menu that good?
I think that was by design. So the government can take over every sector of somebody's lives.
Mm-hmm. But you go past and you see all these mom and pop joints and it's not just restaurants. I mean, it's a lot of small businesses, you know, retail, everything. And, you know, you go past it and it's open, right? And then like a month later, they're out of business.
How the hell are you going to afford a flying motorcycle?
Because
you can't even afford a full ham anymore.
And what were you saying when we were at Walmart? All this shit is cheaper on Amazon.
Everything's cheaper on Amazon.
Everything that you were looking at, because we were in the electronics section.
Yeah, it's like, man, I can go on Amazon and get this cheaper. And this is supposed to be Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, Wally World's in trouble, man.
It's sad. And it's like a lot of the stuff that were up for Black Friday sale in Walmart, I was looking at it and I'm like, that ain't any cheaper than what it usually is.
Well, that right there, Steve, I'm paying insurance on a house, 2 motorcycles, 2 cars, and it kills you.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, man, everybody's out there grab bagging right now. Oh, we'll just take your living away. We'll take your money.
And God forbid something happens and you got to file a claim on your insurance.
Yeah. Then they drop you.
They either drop you or they raise it so high you can't afford it. And it doesn't matter if it's your homeowner's, your bike, or your vehicle insurance. It doesn't matter which one it is.
So again, how you gonna get a flying motorcycle?
It doesn't look like
You
people
can't
are
even.
going
You know
to.
what's even weirder is what I noticed, and this never happened before. If you go on the Facebook Marketplace, you can get Harley Davidsons for next to nothing now.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody needs to get rid of their stuff. You're talking $4,000 for a Street Glide that's used on freaking Facebook Marketplace. I never thought I would see that.
Well, and if you go on there, there's a lot of people that are offering things. I mean, like minuscule things, for free because they just want to get rid of it. And it's like, why? Because that's like a really nice couch. Why wouldn't you?
But they can't afford it anymore.
No, they can't. It's like they'll be like, "I'll sell it to you for 20."
They came out with a report that it takes an extra $11,000 per year to uphold the lifestyle you had before COVID.
That makes sense.
$11,000.
That makes a lot of sense, though. It really does.
And I seen all these idiot Democrats that came out and said, well, the Inflation Reduction Act, we're trying to do stuff, but the Republicans, it's your policies that did it.
All right, I got a question for everybody. All right, pre-COVID, think about the time, how many times you went out to dinner, fast food, whatever, that had to do with eating, or the movies or stuff like that, right? Now, since COVID, how much of that has changed?
Everything.
How often do you go out to dinner? Hollywood and I go out once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Once a week. And that's just because that's our date night. We go once a week out to dinner. How many people have actually gone to the movie theaters since COVID?
I haven't. We haven't.
No.
It's too damn much money for that popcorn.
I know. My God.
I gotta get me my own popcorn machine.
Unless you go to the matinee, 2:00 in the afternoon, dude, because it's like half price then to go to see a movie.
And then we wonder why there's so much homeless people going on. You can't even pay rent anymore.
It's ridiculous.
You go into Chicago, man, you're paying money to live out there. Why? I don't know.
I don't either. Because
Yeah.
it's
Crooked County.
Crooked County. That's why. But it's like, look at all the things that everybody did pre-COVID compared to now.
Well, if you look what Marianne said,
It's like you never wait to go into there's no line to wait to get into a restaurant anymore.
no, you just walk in.
When you go through drive-through, and yes, I've gone through a couple drive-throughs, not to, last week during lunch rush, and there were only 2 cars in front of me when you used to be waiting halfway around the building.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's less and less and less now because during COVID, you couldn't go to all these places. So people got they had to change their routine.
Well, Marianne, she's drowning because she lives off SSI, and you don't really get that much money on SSI. And those people are really hurting right now.
And that's why you see a lot of people that are on Social Security that are actually finding part-time jobs for like 20, 25 hours a week, mainly 20, just to get extra income and so they can survive. Because inflation has gone up so high for bills. It's like the look on my face when we see just the electric bill or the water bill.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell? Dude, we shut everything off in this house. Like, we will sit here and talk to each other in the dark. We'll have like a night light on or something. It's like, how is our electric bill that high?
And like SNS says, a ticket for a movie is like $25 for senior citizens. Then if you want popcorn and all that,
Add another 75.
add another $75 to it.
Oh yeah, it's like I know, but me and our son, we went to the movies a couple years back, and I swear between the two of us, I had to have spent at least $125
Wow.
for the tickets plus all the amenities. So I looked at my son. I go, next time we're sharing a drink, sharing a popcorn, and we're gonna eat before we come here.
But there is such a divide right now between the rich and the poor. The rich truly are getting richer, and the poor are getting poorer.
Oh,
now.
I was just gonna say
There's
that.
no middle
real.
class anymore,
Yeah.
and that's what made this country go round and around is the middle class.
Mhm.
But now you can't find any of them. But you look at your paycheck, boy, are they taking that money from you?
Yeah.
And then they send it over to these other countries while we need it.
Mm-hmm. And I agree with DJD. It says he goes by him. You go to a fast food place and you wait 30 minutes because they have no employees, and that's true. I've gone into a couple places and literally they have 2 people working, and
Because
that's
they
it.
can't afford to pay them with these stupid rules that these people are
Yeah.
passing.
They have 2 people working, and yeah, you're waiting a while. Or I pulled up to one fast food place in Wisconsin, and I'm like, God, it looked closed, but their open sign was on. And I went through the drive-through, and literally there were only 2 people working, one working the register and the other one was making all the food. And I think we were sitting there waiting for our food for like 15, 20 minutes because there was only one person cooking. And when you order multiple things,
they can't get it
they
right
can't-
anyway, and they wanted
no, and they
$17
did.
an hour.
Not even gonna lie, they did screw it up too. They did screw up the order. We got the correct amount of product, but there was an item that was incorrect in the bag, and I'm just like, that's whatever. Y'all can't screw. How did you just screw that up? There's no other orders. I'm the only person at your restaurant. There's no one inside. I'm the only one in the drive-through. How did you screw that up? Really?
And you get mad too.
I looked at our son. I'm like, and he just counts how many items are in the bag to make sure that, because we're like, okay, we're supposed to get 6 items. So he'll look in the bag and he'll count 6 items. So then when we're driving and he opened one of his items to eat it, he goes, well, this is wrong. I'm like, do you want me to go back? And he's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, okay, because I will.
Let's see here, and I know this one for sure. Canadian used to be an auto mechanic, could pay all the bills and mortgage, and the wife, if she chose, she could stay home with the kids. It used to be that way.
Yeah.
Let's go to some news right now. If you're in Cascade County, Bikers for Kids wants some Secret Santas. Yes, it's that time of year right now. Bikers for Kids in Need is a Great Falls nonprofit organization comprised of 10 motorcycle clubs in Cascade County. Each holiday season, the organization promotes its mission to serve underprivileged students. I bet it's really becoming a lot more out there that need it, especially with food drives and stuff.
I think those that are in need are that list is getting longer and longer and longer.
At a recent event, more than 200 families of GFPS students signed up to participate in the program. The organization made the tough decision to cut the total down to 75. So they had to cut it down because of what the prices are out there.
Because the price of the stuff that they're purchasing for these kids is so outrageously expensive, they can't afford to give everyone something.
And more than half have been adopted between the club and the community members. Bikers for Kids in Need has a Christmas tree located at Go Calendars, Toys, and Games in Holiday Village Mall. Adorning the branches are cards with the name, age, gender, and gift requests for the student. It's easy to participate. Visit the store, choose a tag, write your name and contact, and submit it to the store clerk. The club will then organize the gifts according to the recipient, and each of the 10 participating groups will deliver them to families.
Oh, that's cool.
Here's some of the gifts that they're requesting out there. We have people asking for diapers for infants. You imagine having a baby now with the cost of
I've seen the cost of formula, and they have the formula at our Walmart locked up with a key. But the cost of the formula right now is freaking outrageous.
And listen to this. We have people asking for winter clothes for their kids. Rarely is there a toy on the list. They need the necessities.
They need
the
the bare necessities because they can't afford it.
That must tell you something, that we're trying to fill absolutely every one of these tags. President of the Bikers for Kids in Need. And we're, you imagine that? It used to be about getting toys. Now you got to get them. Wow. That's
now
surprising.
It's all about getting them clothes, hair, shampoo, conditioner, body wash.
And these politicians don't see it as a problem out there.
No.
That's because they're rich, filling their pockets on our backs is what it's going on.
That's because they can afford to go to the store and buy whatever they want.
But that's bikers out there doing their thing, man. You know, they're out there trying to help their community while the cops harass them and say they're doing nothing but covering up illegal activities by toy runs. That still gets me. It really does. Now, going over to New Yorkers, they're demanding action on e-bikes. Electric bikes have been revolutionary, both for recreators and commuters. The motor allows many riders to cover far more distance than they otherwise could. You know what? Those e-bikes are pretty cool, man. Mm-hmm. I like the ones with the little gas engine. It brings you back to 1903 and stuff.
The pre-motorcycle era.
There has been an explosion in the use of electric motorcycles and mopeds. I got to get China Doll a moped. That would be funny as hell.
Wait for me.
I have little legs.
I got a small engine.
As these speedy vehicles have taken over the streets of New York. Why would you even want to live in New York or Chicago? I wouldn't want to live there anymore. New Yorkers have become fed up. The newscast shows the both anecdote, whatever. And according to the e-bikes have become more of a problem. It seems like you got a lot of Karens out there.
Of course. Why would they
It's
not?
like every single buddy has to bitch about something.
Yeah. It's how the world works now.
I gotta cry to get my way. Oh, the guy on the e-bike, he's in my way. It's like, really, man?
He's blocking my turning lane.
Why is it people are just such complainers now?
Because that's all people like to do now. Misery loves company, so they want to be miserable, so they're going to try and make everybody else miserable.
Well, you know, I think you said it best right there. They always want to make other people miserable.
So what's the best thing to do? Complain about everything.
So many bikers are out there doing great things. You got that right, Steve. You're damn right. Bikers get out there and do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I always find it funny, and I always get upset because the cops come right out away and say everybody's a criminal.
All the time.
We're living in a police state, man. I'm telling you, we're living in a police state.
It's disgusting.
What do you got?
What do I got? All right. Well, first off, I have no idea who this person was, but our son said that back in her WWE days, she was extremely popular. Daytona Beach, Florida.
You guys like watch WWE religiously.
We do. I grew up watching it, and I love the fact that my son loves it. Former pro wrestler Tammy Sonny Cinch has been sentenced to more than 17 years in prison for drunkenly colliding with another car, killing a 75-year-old man.
Good.
While her blood alcohol level was 4 times the legal limit.
Good.
Yeah.
It's about time. Send them. You drive drunk, you kill somebody, bye-bye.
So Sonny who was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2011, pleaded no contest in August to driving under the influence, manslaughter, and other charges. She also had an unsealed bottle of vodka in her vehicle
Oh my goodness.
and cannabis in her system at the time of arrest.
Well, you know, cannabis is, I think it should be legal everywhere. You know, enough's enough of playing around. Just legalize it.
She had faced up to more than 25 years in prison during her sentence hearing on Monday. During the hearing, she said she felt remorse and regret and deep in her soul. She's 50 years old and previously had been arrested multiple times for driving under the influence when she was in Pennsylvania, where her driver's license ended up getting suspended.
So
and she didn't
basically,
even have a driver's license when she got busted in Florida.
so she's basically going to be what, 70 or
Mhm,
what, 67 or something when she gets out.
pretty much.
That's if they don't do the good time. And
Yeah,
but
I don't know
you
how it
what?
works in Florida.
You
as far
killed
as that.
somebody drunk. Throw away the keys.
So she'll get 17 years. She's 50 now. So yeah, she'll be 67 when she gets released, unless Pennsylvania has a thing with, being good.
I'm surprised she got bond.
So she is now behind bars.
Behind bars. See you later.
Bye, Felicia.
Sorry, I don't have any sympathy for them people.
4 times the legal limit.
It's like, dude, you too stupid just to step out of the car or give your keys away.
That's a lot.
That's what that also upsets me when you have bikers out there getting loaded up and they don't know how to turn their keys over to somebody, and then they just ride, and then they wonder why they're in a coffin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was stupid.
Oh,
Duh.
that was dumb. Shouldn't have done that.
Unbelievable.
Stupid.
What's even worse is the ones that do the hit and runs on motorcycles and nothing happens to them. Oh, well, let's give them 2 or 3 years. They'll learn. They're sorry. Yeah, huh?
So an 81-year-old father is behind bars after police said he tried to stab his daughter to death in front of their Nashville home. Floyd Allen Say is being held in lieu of $500,000 bail at the downtown detention center in Tennessee. He's charged with criminal attempted homicide.
Well, duh, you tried to stab somebody, stupid.
And your own kid, what'd she do to piss you off?
I don't know how could you even hurt your kid?
And I mean, I get, and it's an adult child, but how?
Don't matter.
Why? The woman suffered multiple stab wounds to her face, neck, and chest. She's being treated for serious injuries at the Vanderbilt Medical Center. So she survived, but that's why it's under attempted.
That's unreal.
The video supplied by the neighbors showed the woman and her father verbally arguing outside their house when the confrontation turned physical. The father is seen in the footage repeatedly striking his daughter in the face, then going inside the home and returning with a knife, which he used to stab her several times.
Put this to the side. What is it with families that just cast their kids out?
I don't know.
I don't understand that at all. That's your kid.
I think it depends on what they did.
This is true. This is true.
Because some kids take things too far.
Yeah, they do. But you don't try to stab them.
No, you don't stab them. You just disown them and stop talking to them.
That's what you do. But you don't stab them.
No.
That's insane.
So, I mean, I wish I was like a fly on the wall for that one to know what they were actually arguing about, to see why it went that far.
You know, sometimes I want to be like the Invisible Man. That would be so fun.
Just hang out and watch stuff.
Hang out, listen to people, see what they're talking. If they're talking crap about you, that would be awesome. That would be so fun.
It'd be entertaining. That'd make for a good show.
Especially with China Doll. Hear all the crap that she talks about me. That would be funny.
God. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not.
What do you mean not?
I do not.
You talk some mad stuff about
I
me.
do not. What are you talking about?
Yeah, see, right there. Right there. That's her give right there. You imagine riding on a motorcycle?
That's her give right there.
Wow.
Well,
That was weird.
I know that was weird.
That was weird.
What happened?
That would be funny. Riding a motorcycle as an invisible man. Next thing you know, everybody's looking at the bike.
What the hell? Oh my god, it's a new thing. It's a self-riding bike. Oh my god. No, it's Hollywood.
They're having some of them. They're coming up with self-riding motorcycles.
It's Hollywood, the Invisible Man.
That would just be so awesome. It would.
So are you saying if you could have any superpower, that's what you would pick?
Why not, man?
Invisibility?
Then I can go rob places and not worry about it.
All they're gonna see is floating stuff.
Floating money and stuff. It was you. You can't prove it. I wasn't there.
Do you have proof?
That don't look like me. There ain't nobody on the screen. That's why I always tell people, if you get busted, even if you're on video, wasn't me.
Wasn't there?
I wasn't there. Well, you're right there. Wasn't me.
That's
Must
not
be
me.
a twin. Everybody,
It's not me.
they say that you have a twin somewhere in the world. It wasn't me. It was him.
Yeah, there's actually a girl that I grew up, went to school with, that her and I look very much alike. At least back in high school. Not now, but in high school we did.
And that's what you say. Hey, look at that's my twin. She did it.
It was her.
I guess Commander Bell, his father shot at his brother for eating a stash of his candies. Ouch. Don't hit the gummy bears.
Do you remember? Your grandma? You know, she's diabetic, not supposed to eat chocolate, right?
Oh my God. She ate chocolate.
This woman, we would come home from somewhere and her face would be like pretty much covered in chocolate.
And she said she didn't do nothing.
It was all over her hands, the counter, her face.
I didn't do nothing.
We'll be like, Grandma, where's all the chocolate? I don't know. Why is it on your face? That's not chocolate. And we're like, ew, I don't want to know what it is.
Hey,
then.
she's Italian, man. She's
Dude.
Italian. She'll do the same. Nope, wasn't me.
I didn't do it.
I wasn't there.
Evidence all over her clothes and everything. She didn't do it.
That's a good Italian right there.
That crap, that's used to crack me up. Or what's even better is when our son put her electric wheelchair on high.
Oh, that was funny as
She
hell.
went flying into the door. And everybody looked right at our son.
we knew who did it.
and you're trying not to laugh and you're yelling at him at the same time. And then what happens? Say within 5 minutes, she goes in the bathroom. He goes to her chair, puts it on high again. So then when she comes out, she crashes into the kitchen table. It was great.
Them
the
old Italian ladies are hardcore. She was hardcore.
Oh my God, she was bad. Don't piss her off.
Next thing you know, see, I can understand Italian,
Yeah.
but you're
Not
sitting
me.
there, you're sitting there looking like, what?
I knew whenever she spoke hardcore Italian, she was swearing.
Yeah, she was pissed.
It's like, don't put, and that woman knew a lot of different languages, not just
Yeah,
Italian.
she did.
But it's like, oh my God, don't piss her off for being like 4 foot.
That's all she was, 4 foot.
She would not. She was like 4'8", 4'7", something. She was technically a considered a midget,
Right.
a dwarf, a little person, whatever y'all want to call it. And she, oh my God, this woman, swear, she would whoop your ass. Dude, I've never scared of no old lady before, but your grandma? No. I don't want to go by her house. Then she moved in. No, I don't know. I'm staying upstairs. She scared me. Your mom was a cakewalk compared to your grandma. Oh my God, that woman. But our son and her used to have a blast together.
Yeah, they did.
Because
They
he would
did.
just mess with her all the time.
They had that little fun stuff going on between them.
The two of them would start food fights during dinner.
She actually throw it back at him.
He'd toss something at her.
Grandma, you're 80 years old. Stop. Throw food at me then.
It's like she'd be like, pass this to me, and my son, instead of like passing the whole entire thing, he'd pick up one piece of it and chuck it at her, and she'd look at it, look at him, freaking throw it back. Next thing I'm like, really? Is this where we're going? Food's everywhere.
Unbelievable.
It's always fun. In our
Anyway,
house.
that's the show for today. China Doll will be on tomorrow. What do you got coming up tomorrow, or you don't know yet?
Oh, I know.
What do you got?
I already have a picture of it and everything.
Oh, look at you doing the thumbnails and stuff.
My stupid thumbnails. People that take advantage of your kindness.
There you go. Rock on, baby.
And that's it for a Motorcycle Madhouse Morning Mayhem. Don't forget to visit us on Spotify and